just like you said, like what you can find out strength and yeah, what's my strength? I would think it's more logical thinking. Definitely not arts and all.
Logical thinking. Logical thinking. You're working?
Yeah.
Your leadership is strong. So are you working as management? Management suits you. Management. Your imagination and logical, right, is stable. So that's why that is your strength. Your kinesthetic is stronger.
Oh, synesthetic is strong. So I am an active person.
Too active.
Yeah,
You
it's
see, when
true.
you do things right, you need to be very quick.
Yeah.
Cannot delay.
Okay, no, no, not really true lah. I mean, I'm not that fast. I don't think I'm that fast.
But if you do things don't fast, right, you cannot do one. Let's say you want to do something,
Yeah,
then there has been some dilly dally, wait a while.
yeah,
The momentum is not there, right?
yeah. You could
You
say
you
that.
you, you felt that it's very hard to push that momentum.
I'm
Whatever you do, right, you must understand the momentum. That momentum, right, is the turning point in whatever you wanted to do and you don't want to do. The momentum. You start with a very quick momentum. That momentum, right? If something comes along the way, people talk something and people reject,
yeah.
that will makes you no momentum. Yep. So you just remember if there is something like that that makes you lost momentum, right? That is the part that will give you a lot of problem. That momentum.
So you're saying my strengths are under logical, right? Logical imagination. Imagination meaning like
Thinking,
thinking lah.
ideas.
Yes. So so for
Ideas.
myself, I would be in the right career path.
What career?
I work in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the management side.
You know,
I actually did law.
did law can also, but your law won't be those attacking type.
Yeah.
Your whatever you do, right, it's more on the servicing type because you have 10 imitative personalities. So imitative personalities, right, they are focused on others rather than themselves. So if you work for company, you focus for company. If you're at home, you focus on your parents. If your own home, right, you focus on your child, your husband. So every time the focus of attention will be on others. Yes. So that's why when you focus on others, right, it's the same. So when people work under you, right, you focus on them, right, they are very nice. Even though you want to fire
Yeah.
them, right, you also felt very hard sometimes.
Yeah. I'm a
Uh,
nice boss. People like me.
yeah,
My staff like me.
yeah. So that's why if they work under you, right, they have less pressure. But your one thing, your ear is also strong. Auditory memory. Auditory memory. Your eye is weak.
Oh my, visual.
Visual. Visual is weak.
Also, I'm more to listening.
Hmm.
Yeah,
More
that's
to
true.
listening.
That is true. Okay, so what's my weakness again? The visual.
Is The visual is on the details,
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
but your color eye is stronger. That's why you see the way you present yourself and the way you look at yourself in the mirror, right? You have expectation. But the way how detailed, that one you don't have much expectation. Some people wants to have very neat things you must put cantik cantik. No, so you won't go into that detail, but you must look nice, presentable. You cannot look no nice and not presentable because that's the things that you go for. Then your hearing sound is weak, but your auditory memory is strong. So that means you cannot listen for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you sit there, you listen very long time, cannot one. You, because the hearing right is like a tape. It will keep on rolling. Then in the end, when this tape uses up, right, no matter how good your memory is, you cannot recall anything from that because the hearing is weak. But good is what? Good is when scolding, whatever you hear weak, then you run already. Mah.
Yeah.
Don't need to hear that much. So that's why there will be less quarrel because this hearing is totally different. But your strength is on imitative. Just look at whatever that you feel that is the right one, imitate and use that. Imitate and use that. That is your strength. Very, very strong strength. So manage a management position, right? Very good. If you're in that position. Then when you manage, right, you doesn't need to do yourself everything. You need to know how to delegate your things. Yeah, the most important, you just do and then you delegate. That's all. And how you're going to manage. Because manage doesn't mean that I need to do myself. Yep, it's how I manage. I just need to make sure the targets are there. Be able to cope up with the company value, company targets, the core value, everything, right? As long as we are following on the right path, right? Can that is manage what a leader will do. So you are more on the people type of leader. That's why our team very happy work under you.
Does this report also tell you like whether you are compassionate, what kind of person you are? Does it say that? Does it
Depending on situation.
whether you are brave, you are
Yep. Depending on situation. For you, right, you have the courage. You're there. But then because of this pattern, it will hold you back. You see, if let's say you have the same strength but different patterns, it will have different outcome. Let's say I'm the dominant type. Let's say I'm not this pattern, I'm a different pattern, right? Yep. I can be courage, right? Then I can speak up, then I can face and I can dare to face. It's different. Yours one can, but then depending on who you are going to speak to, you will use a better way to speak. Won't be a very harsh way because people oriented.
yeah.
So passion, compassionate, everything also comes from your fingerprint and related to who. Some people that, let's say the people that you don't like, so it's totally different. How can I be passion towards or compassion towards the people that I don't like? Yep, there is a reason for every decision and every choice that you wanted to choose. So when you find out the reason, right? Oh, why they will be like that? Okay, that's how you understand another person.
I always wanted to do volunteer work.
Hmm.
Like I feel um, I, okay, I do donate, but that's different.
Hmm.
That's financial. But I want to take out time to help children.
But do you have time?
No. So right now I don't. But if in the future, let's say I maybe find out already. Yeah, yeah, kind of. So let's say if I give up my work, I retire early or whatever, and I choose to do volunteer work, will I regret it? I'm just thinking whether can I be doing that or not. Can I be happy doing it or I will not be happy doing it?
You will be happy.
I'll be happy
Hmm.
because I'm the people oriented person.
Hmm.
Is it because of that?
Yep. Even though you You resign, right? You still have something to do one because your leadership is not big. When leadership is considered strong, right? You will keep on doing what you wanted to do. You won't like just settle down for like that.
So I keep doing something active lah, right? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah. Won't just stop like that one based on the overall of the report. But you have to look at what I say is the momentum.
Okay.
That momentum, right? It how long can you do will depend on that momentum.
So
So
maybe
you don't need to set a 5, 10 years target. No need mah. As long as I can finish one project, it's something that I met a lady, right? She she what project? Every elephant she go and donate. Something like that for elephants. I don't know why she like elephants so much. Yep, that's what she wanted to do. Then I met someone that just wanted to do for the visual impaired person. Ah, he only do for everyone with visual. Yep. That's also something that will makes you wanted to do
yeah,
like that. If you wanted to go for children, right? Go for a part by part, project by project. You will be happier. Not the long run whereby you need to sign up and then show up on a weekly basis and then with a target to run and then it's more like a corporate job. Then it's like ah, this is charity, right? Is charity and corporate is like why the target will involve in charity. So it's like very weird like if you put a target in a charity group, yeah, how much money we need to collect and then who we want to help. Although it's good to have a target, but charity job meant to be
yeah,
uh, not as stressful as the corporate job. That one is totally different. Can lah. Just remember the momentum.
motivate lah, motivate myself. Keep motivated.
Cannot very hard one. Keep motivate is not the way. Yeah, not the way. You need to understand what is this momentum all about. Where does this falls into which part of your brain, and then later on, right? Why I will incline to do something like this? Is it my brain pushing me to do something like that? Is everything in the report?
Okay.
It's shown there, but you need to understand it before it comes. Now it's like a bit of uncertainty. So when it is shown, right, it's totally different. So you need to do some homework before that time comes. Since now you still have time, right? You still have a job, right? So work on your career. Look at how this will impact on your career. You still can climb higher. Yep. Why you will climb? For what you want to climb. Then you study, right? Is it worth it for you to climb? With this report, right? Can. Then, okay, whether you wanted to take it. I've done a few as well. Yeah. See, CEO, MD, they also see, compare everything, right? They make their own decisions. I'm the one just to tell you that this, combined with this. Is this something that you want? So this is something that you want, right? You have your own answer. Because I don't know the work pressure you're handling, I don't know the team that you have, I don't have any clue. I just know that your brain will until certain limits, then this is roughly there. So you will need to test this limit yourself because I'm not you. I will tell you roughly is this limit. So you test yourself, right? When you know that okay, that is my limit, then you play around with that. Then when your emotion calm, how are you going to control your emotion? Momentum drop. How do you notice that before you don't know what's happening? This is the best part. Mm. So, yep. You think for today's promotion because only the report is 419, but with the coaching session, right, we give another 50 ringgit discount. So it's actually a total 100 ringgit discount for only today. So you can get the report and also the 1 hour coaching session whereby I will review everything to you. Then you need to do your homework because that homework is for you to understand yourself. I am the person that I do the homework myself, right, to understand the whole thing. So I went through the whole process. That's why how I understand how my brain works. And there are some tricks as well. You need to trick your brain because the brain is dead. The information is dead. Oh, like this, like this. How come some human can be very persistent? Humans are the one that not only the brain is like a dead thing, but then it can be alive as well at the same time. So you need to know how far it can go because we humans only know very little about our own brain. And some miracles, right, is actually from fingerprint, right? We cannot decipher that. Only you test your own brain. You can go to a certain level whereby it's totally different. I constantly test my brain. Sometimes, right, I test until it got exhausted. When your brain exhausted, right, imagine you are in your lowest form, very tired. Your body doesn't want to move. Your brain is like the neurons, right? Everything goes to dormant state. Imagine that tiredness. Yeah, I trained myself until that tired. So I was like, wow, my brain really doesn't listen anymore. That's where the maximum that you cannot push. Sometimes I try myself to push even harder until I hurt myself. Then I know, okay, this is not the right one because your brain starts to reject. When it starts to reject, right, you will get so many negative feelings. So when you know how to play around with that, right, then you know why your brain wants something like that. It's very, very enjoyable session.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, you think first. See,
Yeah.
so if you wanted to go for the full report,
Yeah.
you let me know.
Yeah.
Today price is 419 plus
Yeah.
yeah, the 500 plus including the 1 hour coaching. Usually is 699.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
so
you.
much.